yeah. You're going to see me in that game. I'll walk in like this. What's up, yeah. Because I'm telling you, if you all will fight like you did today, we're going to be fine.
This is Kentucky Basketball, is presented by Kentucky One Health.
Welcome to This is Kentucky Basketball. I'm Jennifer Palumbo. This week I am joined by freshman Skal. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
We are halfway through the season of Kentucky basketball. What have you learned about yourself and your team up to this point?
I've learned a lot, just by being here. The transition from high school to college is not easy, especially being a Kentucky basketball player. There's a lot that comes with it, not just the basketball part, but, with off the court stuff, like dealing with the fans and everything. But as far as the team, I've learned a lot. I think we have a long way to go. I think we are heading in the right direction. Everybody on the team cares about each other. So I think we are making the right steps.
There's much more to come here with Skal on This is Kentucky Basketball. But first, a look back at the Kentucky-Mississippi State game in Rupp Arena.
A couple of seconds to spare, gives it up to Sword out deep on the right side. Knocked away, stolen by Briscoe. He'll drive to the other end and put it in for Kentucky's first bucket of the night. Pass to Euless, deep in the left corner. Back up top to Briscoe around to Murray. Right wing, three. Good tie game. Nice quick ball swing. Briscoe bounce pass to Poitras. Gets a trap out to Briscoe. To Euless at the top, around to Murray. Left corner, three. Good. Two in a row for Jamal Murray, and the Cats have their first lead at 8-7. Murray comes out front over to Briscoe. Briscoe drives left to the lane, passes back to Murray. Murray moves to the free throw line with a jumper that's good. Turned down the three, penetrated for the 15-footer. Murray's got 8. Rebounded by Lee, hands it to Briscoe. Mississippi State's got 3 men back. Briscoe to the left elbow, jumper on the way. It's good. Well, that's confidence. Hands it to Euless. Coming up the left side. Pitches it ahead to Murray. Left wing, 3 in the air. Good. 3 threes for Murray. He's got 11. Back to Euless. Tyler penetrates into the lane. 10-footer good.
Found the gap after a couple quick swings.
Out front, it's Poitras around to Briscoe on the right side. He drives into the heart of the zone. Passes back to Euless. Open 3, right side. Good. Briscoe set that up, Mike. To Mulder, deep in that right corner. Euless. Euless on the drive in the lane, and floater good. A high arcing shot. Murray left of the circle, drives into the key. Bounce pass to Euless, off to Briscoe. Wrap around feed for a dunk by Labissiere. Shot clock violation. They let him play. Willis with the rebound. Mulder at the other end goes for the basket, flips it up and in. Thought about the 3, drives out to the wing instead. Now he retreats. He'll let it fly. Good for 3. Derek Willis has come off the bench firing. Euless to the top, feeds Murray, bounces it down to Briscoe. Reverse layup, good with that left hand. Well, they haven't stopped it yet. Murray on the left side, holding the ball extended in his right hand, comes to the top, over to Euless. Open 3, right side. Good. Euless, the beneficiary of the assist from Murray. Left side it goes to Euless. Thought about the 3, but comes into the circle with an 18-footer instead, and it's good. Gives it right back to Euless, racing into front court. Cut off as he comes across the line, so he slows up. Now he attacks. Lob down low, and a jam by Labissiere. He's got 15. 56-42. Kentucky with the lead in the ball. A lob and a slam for Poitras at the other end. Euless on the left wing. Throws over the zone, right to the rim. And Euless top of the circle, off to Briscoe, to the elbow with a jumper that's good. Isaiah Briscoe looks like a different player in the last 2 games. Rebounded by Briscoe. Here comes Kentucky. Ahead to Murray, right side, to the rim, layup good.
This is Kentucky Basketball, is presented by Kentucky One Health and brought to you by Brick Street Insurance, Delta Dental, KCTCS, and by Nissan.
To a nurse, a hospital is more than just a place to work. It's a place to talk and laugh. A place to make friends and share your heart. It's a place to grow, hone your skills, and save lives. A place to be yourself and be part of a team. It's a place for you. Kentucky One Health, hiring exceptional nurses.
When your windshield needs to be replaced, who can you trust? Well, Safelite does things other auto glass companies don't. In the factory, high-tech robotics installed your original windshield precisely. That precision inspired us to create our exclusive True Seal technology, which consistently places the new glass in perfect position for a strong, reliable bond. That's just another reason to choose the Safelite Advantage.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
When they tell you it's the economy, when they tell you times are tough, when they tell you it's a technology gap, ask yourself, who are they anyway? In 2 years or less, our Go to Work program can train you for one of more than 600 career options in fields that are hiring, fields that pay, with classes that are close to home and easy to afford. So go further, go faster, go for more, go you. The 16 colleges of the Kentucky Community and Technical College System. Higher education begins here.
The world doesn't slow down for anyone. Neither do we. The bold 2016 Toyota Camry. Aggressively styled, with available 18-inch wheels, dual exhausts, and the most advanced features right at your fingertips, including blind spot monitoring and wireless charging. Now, get a new 2016 Camry with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $500 bonus cash. Or lease this Camry now for only $179 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
UK Athletics would like to thank our official Cornerstone partners, Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics, and Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment. This is Kentucky Basketball, is presented by Kentucky One Health.
Welcome back to This is Kentucky Basketball. Skal, back in 2010, you survived the earthquake in Haiti. What was that like, and how did it shape who you are today?
It was a crazy experience, I would say. You know, this week actually has been the anniversary of the earthquake. You know, it happened January 12, 2010, and it was a crazy experience. Like I said before, I was stuck with my family under some rubble for about 3 hours. My dad thankfully was on the outside, and you know, he was able to find some help to take us out of there. So you know, I was at this moment, you know, at this point of my life, I'm very thankful for life. You know, I'm very blessed. I understand that there are a lot of kids who wish they were in my position right now, wish they had my problems. A lot of kids from Haiti. You know, thankfully I didn't lose any members of my family through the process, and you know, I'm very thankful for that. So.
Your mom and your dad and your little sister are still back there. Is it tough having your family so far away?
It is tough sometimes. You know, I still stay in contact with them. We still talk a pretty good bit, and my dad and my mom, they actually came here for Big Blue Madness, and my dad continued to come sometimes and to visit me and stuff. So it's.
You grew up actually wanting to play soccer. And talk about that and then how it went from soccer to basketball. You know,
obviously I'm from Haiti. That's the #1 sport there, soccer. So just like every other kid in Haiti, I wanted to play soccer growing up. My favorite player was Ronaldinho, and my favorite team was Brazil. So I always watch them play, and you know, obviously I grew too tall for soccer. I was around 6'7" at 13, so that's when I kind of, you know, made my mind up that I wanted to play basketball. So the transition's been good for me, and I don't regret it at all. So.
When we come back, we will meet a Wildcat and flash back to a great moment in Kentucky basketball history. That's next on This is Kentucky Basketball.
It's time for this week's Play of the Week, presented by Time Warner Cable.
Murray left of the circle, drives into the key, bounce pass to Ulis, off to Briscoe, wrap around feed for a dunk by Lapissiere.
Briscoe now, last couple sequences, has passed on perimeter shots.
That's this week's Play of the Week, presented by Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better. This is Kentucky Basketball, is presented by Kentucky One Health.
Kentucky has lots of counties and miles of roads. And in every county, there's a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent looking out for folks when they're on the road. When you're in Kentucky, you're never far away from Kentucky's own property and casualty insurer. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Don't miss a minute of the action from your favorite teams this season with NBA League Pass from Time Warner Cable. Get the out-of-market games you want to watch on your favorite devices. Plus, NBA League Pass includes multi-game view, home and away team feeds, and much more. All for a regular season offer of 4 installments of $49.75. Follow the biggest stars from your favorite teams no matter where you are. Get NBA League Pass from Time Warner Cable. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC today. Time Warner Cable.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
The latest addition to Jennifer's family doesn't know about Baptist Health Lexington's latest addition. He doesn't know about the state-of-the-art Mother-Baby Center, all private rooms, and the caring, compassionate physicians and staff, or the excitement that's growing every day, just like he is. But when Jennifer's family is ready for their new addition, we're ready for them in ours. Great things arriving now at Baptist Health Lexington.
Have you downloaded the official UK Game Day app yet? Whether you're on the go, in the stands, or at home, you can live stream every game straight to your smartphone with your home team crew of Tom Leach and Mike Pratt. Plus, you can get up-to-date scores and stats from the game. Just search UK Game Day in your app store. It's free and easy.
This UK Flashback is brought to you by Kentucky One Health.
The date was January 14th, 2003. Tubby Smith's Wildcats had won 5 straight heading into Nashville to take on Vandy. UK trailed by as many as 14 points in the first half. The Commodores were a blistering 7 of 9 from behind the three-point arc. But it was a totally different UK team that took the floor in the second half. Gerald Fitch scored 16 of his 18 points after intermission as the Cats turned up the defensive pressure. This Cliff Hawkins steal and lay-in gave the Cats the lead 41-40. UK limited Vandy to just 16 points in the second half. Keith Bogans finished with 16 points. Marquise Estel had 15 and Chuck Hayes 11. The Cats rolled up 26 straight wins that season, including another SEC tournament title, before falling to Marquette in the Midwest Region Final.
This UK Flashback was brought to you by Kentucky One Health.
Skal, you have met a lot of new people here with the Kentucky basketball team. Who are you closest to on this team?
The person I'm the closest to on the team is Dylan Pulliam. He's one of the walk-ons. Me and him we have a connection, off the court. We just became really good friends, I would say. So he's a great guy, and he's just a great person.
Here's this week's Meet a Wildcat.
Well, at Transylvania, I was going to major in computer science, but my dream has always been to pursue a degree in computer engineering. So at Transylvania, I actually would have been taking half my classes, like each semester, at UK through the engineering program. So now coming to UK, I have the opportunity to get the major I want And also, I'm going to be a part of an incredible basketball program. My jersey number is number 32. I've actually been wearing that since the 8th grade. I wore it all throughout high school. I wore it last year at Transy. There's not really a purpose behind it. I really like the way it looked, I guess. I don't know, in like 8th grade, so I've just stayed with it. It's been good to me. My favorite superhero is Batman. I like Batman because he doesn't have a superpower. So he kind of has to do it on his own. He's really smart, brave, so I guess it's Batman.
Skal, you're also very close to a former Wildcat, Carl Anthony Towns. Tell us about that friendship.
We are like you said, we are very close to each other. We talk all the time. He gives me advice all the time, telling me to hang in there, that everything's gonna be all right. You know, I kind of look up to him a little bit, you know, seeing what he did last year and, you know, the struggles that he went through and how he overcame it. You know, we are just really close. We are like brothers, I would say. So.
When we come back, we'll have Coach Cal's mailbag, and Skal will be answering fan questions. That's next on This is Kentucky Basketball.
It's time for this week's three-point shot of the week, presented by Becker Law Office.
Close it up. Cross-court pass is saved by Willis out to Briscoe. Briscoe drives in under the basket, passes out to Mulder. Mulder angles left, hands to Willis. Thought about the three, drives out to the wing instead. Now he retreats. He'll let it fly. Good for three. Derek Willis has come off the bench firing.
Confidence builder now for the young fella from Bullitt County.
That's this week's three-point shot of the week, presented by Becker Law Office. This is Kentucky Basketball, is presented by Kentucky One Health.
It's basketball time in the Bluegrass. Hi, I'm UK Hoops coach Matthew Mitchell.
And I'm Coach Cal. We both appreciate the support and enthusiasm from the Big Blue Nation. I always say, you people are crazy.
And while we love that craziness, we ask that you celebrate this season responsibly.
Please, don't drink and drive.
And if you choose to drink alcohol, please choose a designated driver.
Let's all watch out for each other, because here in Kentucky, fans don't let fans drive drunk.
The world doesn't slow down for anyone. Neither do we. The bold 2016 Toyota Camry. Aggressively styled, with available 18-inch wheels, dual exhausts, and the most advanced features right at your fingertips, including blind spot monitoring and wireless charging. Now, get a new 2016 Camry with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $500 bonus cash. Or lease this Camry now for only $179 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
P-Rat's deal of the decade is about to run out. It's the final 28 hours to earn up to $1,000 in cash rewards. 0 interest for 72 months. That's 6 years. Plus save up to half off. Hurry.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
Yeah, I can't believe this DQ $5 lunch comes with fries, drink, and a sundae.
Can't believe it now comes with this KC barbecue burger.
I can't believe Randy's barbecuing. Oh!
It's barbecue season at DQ with the new KC Barbecue Bacon Cheeseburger $5 lunch. You need a breakfast built for work days, not weekdays. The chicken and gravy breakfast burrito from your DQ. A chicken strip plus eggs, cheese, and pepper gravy in a warm flour tortilla, served with crispy hash browns and coffee. Just one of our delicious $3 breakfasts, only at your DQ.
Invest in your rest and save up to half off. Buy any ultra premium mattress set and choose from a huge selection of free items, like this 1080p LED TV. Free! Plus get up to 72 months, 0 interest. That's 6 years. Now that's the deal of the decade.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
Fans, make sure to check out the UK Digital Game Day Guide for exclusive game day information available prior to every men's basketball game. See all the guides at ukathletics.com/digital-guide.
This is Kentucky Basketball, is presented by Kentucky One Health.
We, right now, Michael Sokoloff and I, are in the middle of another book, Coaching Extreme Talent. The question that comes at me more than any, and in the book I'll talk about recruiting the best of the best, who are strong in all areas. How have we been able to get more than our fair share of those players? More importantly, how do you then bring them together? How do you get them to understand they've got to get better, they've got to improve, they've got to grow, but we have to also doing that. And so we're going to put that in a book, and hopefully it'll be another bestseller like Bounce Back, which I absolutely enjoyed doing, or Players First that really did well.
UK fans have some questions for you as well. Chase Fain wants to know, what is Skal's favorite mispronunciation of his name?
I've heard so many of them. I'm not sure, but I've heard Lebisier. I don't know how they mess it up, but the correct pronunciation is Skal Lebisier.
Skal Lebisier. Did
Yeah,
I say it right?
That's right. That's right.
Fake Jamel asks, how is Skal adapting to Kentucky's cold winter weather? You've actually had some experience with cold weather in the U.S.
Definitely. In Memphis, actually, the first year I came, what was the coldest winter they ever had. I actually got to see snow for the first time. And it was cool at first, but I wasn't used to it, so it was a terrible winter for me. But here in Kentucky, I'm actually doing pretty well, I think, for right now. I heard it might get colder later in the year, so I'm not looking forward to that.
When we come back, we'll wrap things up with Skal. That's next on This is Kentucky Basketball.
It's time for this week's Nissan Exciting Play of the Game.
Gives it right back to Ulis, racing into front court. Cut off as he comes across the line, so he slows up. Now he attacks. Lob down low, and a jam by Lebisier. Ulis got into the circle. Defense came up. He flipped it to the rim, and Skal flushed it.
Fans, that was this week's Nissan Exciting Play of the Game. Nissan, a proud partner of the Kentucky Wildcats. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites. This is Kentucky Basketball, is presented by Kentucky One Health.
Thank you for the cereal.
The crayons made a big difference.
It may not seem like much to you,
but it means the world to us.
Through Kroger Community Rewards, local nonprofits earn millions of dollars each year. Sign up at Kroger.com/community rewards, and every time you use your Plus card, you can donate to the local group that matters most to you, just by shopping at Kroger. When we all join together, there's nothing we can't do. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
By hiring coal industry expertise, Brick Street understands us better than most insurance companies.
It's more of a tailored personal approach.
Brick Street's specialized approach has helped us reduce the cost of our claims and reduce our claims, resulting in lower costs to us.
It's everybody together looking out for what's best for the policyholder.
Brick Street's workers' compensation focus allows them to be the best carrier in the business.
People ship all kinds of things.
But what if that thing is a few 100,000 doses of flu vaccine
that need to be kept at 41 degrees
while being shipped to a country where it's 90 degrees in the shade?
Sound hard? Yeah.
Does that mean people in Laos shouldn't get their vaccine?
We didn't think so.
From figuring it out to getting it done,
we're here to help.
This is Monster Jam, and there's no holding back. See Gravedigger, Backwards Bob, and more. Monster Jam, coming to Rupp Arena, February 27th.
When winter is at its worst, that's when WKYT calls a First Alert Severe Weather Day. Continuous coverage on air, on WKYT.com, and wherever you are with our news and weather apps. First Alert Severe Weather Days, only on WKYT.
This is Kentucky Basketball, is presented by Kentucky One Health.
Skal, when you came to the United States 5 years ago, you did not know any English. What has that been like, trying to learn the language?
It was a pretty difficult experience at first. I didn't know. Sitting in the classrooms, I didn't know what the teachers were saying. I didn't know what my coaches were saying when they were talking to me. It's been a pretty difficult adjustment, but for the first year it was a difficult adjustment, I would say. But after that, I kind of, got to learn it. on my own. Really, I had to pick up on the language by myself. So I think I did a pretty good job at it, and now, it's easy to understand English.
Skal, thank you so much for being the host of This is Kentucky Basketball. You did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
We leave you now with a look back at the Kentucky-Auburn game, and you know English, French, and Creole. So can you send us off with a Go Big Blue in French?
Go Big Blue, Allez Grand Bleu.
Over to Briscoe on the left side, right in front of Coach Pearl. Fires across to Eunice, to Murray, right side for three. It's good, and Kentucky's off to a fast start. Can't get a shot off, passes out to Lee, hands it back to Murray. Deep three up the right side. It's good. It's two of them. But Jamal Murray in Kentucky has doubled the score at 6-3. Lee wrestling for the rebound, gets it out of there to Eunice. Eunice driving into front court to the free throw line. Jumper in the air. It's good. Kentucky back in front, 8-6. Bowers gave it up quickly. That set up the shot. At the other end, Poitras drives and dunks off the right baseline. Granger becomes the fourth different Tiger to hit a three. Murray drives left of the lane, flips it up and in. Count it, and a foul as Murray gets hammered going for the basket down the left side of the lane. Murray out deep on the left side. Goes by his man, feeds it down low to Briscoe, comes to a stop and puts it up and in. He is so effective working that baseline, Mike. Kentucky big men. Defended that very well. Eunice drives to the free throw line together and hand it off to Briscoe. Feeds Skal, who dunks. Goes back and forth with either hand at 9 seconds. Hooks it over to Willis, left of the circle. Three, good for Derek Willis with 5 seconds to play. Beautiful call out of that timeout. Murray at the top of the circle, 10 to shoot. Drives right of the lane, in deep, ball away 10-footer, good. Came to a stop at the right block, pivoted and shot the ball away 10-footer. But here comes Auburn on the attack. Harris drives the lane, blocked by Labissiere. Outlet pass to Eunice, and here comes Kentucky. Eunice going to slow it up, lobs for Labissiere, catch and slam! Skal got the block, runs the floor, and gets the flush. Murray has it out front for Kentucky. Cats by 7, 47-40. Murray on the drive into the lane. Pull up 10-footer is good. Eunice try to double team him, force him down the left sideline, but he gets out of it, hands it off to Murray at the top of the circle. Dumps it down low to Poitras, who turns and dunks. Eunice on the drive, passes to the corner. Willis, three, good! Deep in the right corner, right in front of the end of the Kentucky bench. 56-55, Bowers drives all the way into front court, into a trap, and it's knocked away and stolen by Murray. 3-on-1, bounce pass right side, Eunice, layup good, Kentucky back in front, 57-56. Off to Eunice, a collision at midcourt, no call. Eunice comes across the line, drives the lane, dishes for a dunk by Derek Willis. He's got 12 points in the shoot. Eunice working against Harris, drives right of the lane, slides back and banks it in.
This is Kentucky Basketball, was presented by Kentucky One Health and brought to you by Brick Street Insurance, Delta Dental, KCTCS, and by Nissan.